My research video is over 10 must-haves for new teachers. 10 must-haves for new teachers is an article by Stephanie Richardson, who is a fifth-year English teacher and theater director in Ramsey, Indiana. This article has tips that will help you kick the year off right with the right stuff. This article can be found by going to the Google search bar and typing in NEA-10 must-haves for new teachers. Once your list of options come up, the first option available will be the one that you need. Click on the link and it should take you straight to the article. How much will this article cost you? Nothing. This article is a free resource for teachers. However, some of the materials that the article talks about may cost you. The tips are free though, and some things could be modified so that they may not cost you. Your school may also have materials for you to use, or you could adapt the materials so that they can fit the needs of your classroom. What is this resource for? It is a resource for new teachers and even experienced teachers looking for tips to help them set up their classroom and procedures for the beginning of the year. Setting up the classroom and deciding on classroom procedures are a crucial part to having a successful start to the school year. This resource is simple to use. Teachers can read the article and look through the tips that are given and incorporate or adapt the tips to fit the needs of their classroom. I chose this article as my resource because as I prepare for my own classroom, I will definitely be looking for tips and ideas on how I want things to run in my classroom. This article gives great, simplistic ideas for teachers to think about as they prepare for their classroom. Some of the things mentioned in the article could easily be overlooked by a new teacher, or maybe something that a teacher has never even thought about doing in their classroom. When it comes to preparing for the first days of school, it is important to have an organized room and have procedures that allow for things to flow smoothly throughout the room. I think that this resource can best be used by teachers reading this article as they begin preparing for a new school year. Especially as a new teacher, it is so important to be prepared and find as many tips as possible in order to help your classroom function and flow properly. This article gives great tips for organizing your classroom and has ideas for your room that will make your life as a teacher, especially as a new teacher, a lot easier. So consider this article as you begin preparing for your classroom and modify them to fit the needs of your room. I'll leave you with this sneak peek of must-haves that Stephanie discusses in her article. She talks about having student supply centers, having a calendar for student reference, having an absent folder for when students miss class, having a homework landing point, having multiple storage spaces in your room, and having an information center where students can find old and new information. These are just a few of the must-haves she talks about in her article, so I encourage you to read her article as you begin preparing for your own classroom.